Both men pled guilty to 1 count each of armed robbery.
Every man, woman, and child has a God-given right and a need to feel comfortable in their home, and as a result of mine and my co-defendants' actions, I am sure them and their families feel a level of these rights have been taken from them, causing worry and stress in the home, and I say to that I am embarrassed, extremely remorseful for being the cause of this. And I hope that the families can find in themselves to forgive me. Sometimes good people do bad things when under the influence. I know I can't make it up to them, but hopefully through my incarceration the families can find a bit of closure.
After Arietta and Roy each addressed the court, their victims were allowed to do the same thing, as they recalled some of the most painful memories that they've ever dealt with.
We once lived freely in our home, with unlocked doors and open windows. Now we go through a nightly routine of checking and rechecking every window and door to be sure it is locked before we can go to sleep.
They was in
Tyler,
a safe
Arietta,
neighborhood.
and Jonathan Roy's choice to rob our home has changed our lives.
And they took advantage.
Mr. Arietta had a handgun.
Listening to that damn rap music.
His companion rushed my bed and smashed my face with the gun, breaking my nose.
He got tattoos all
brutally
over.
breaking my face and fracturing my teeth. The impact dropped me out of bed to the floor, and I started to bleed profusely.
Yeah, where did he learn how to do that in a nice white neighborhood?
But all the blood in the glass that my son saw that morning can never be erased from his memory. I can paint the walls.
They don't treat them like they black, I guarantee you.
But in my son's mind, it will always be there.
They know that ain't
morning
they.
Of complete real-life nightmare.
They ain't gonna rob each other's house.
Roy were each sentenced to 15 to 30 years in prison.
Told you.
In Marquette, I'm Jerry Taylor for ABC
Hasta
10
la vista, baby.
5 News Now.
See, them niggas like that. What? This man robbed a bank, bought his girlfriend some $1,200 tennis shoes, found out, remembered he had to pay rent, took them back, got his money back, at least that's what his lawyer said, and paid rent. And now they saying, Your Honor, the only reason I robbed a bank is because I had to pay rent. Can you give me a reduced sentence? It's the pandemic. So we gonna see what's happening. They saying that he had a rent problem, y'all. So that's the reason he robbed a bank. So.
Somerset Mall, 7:13 p.m. He purchased a T-shirt for $190, a pair of slippers for $160. In addition, there was an H&M bag with a receipt from the day before. Where he purchased, on that day, that morning, he purchased Colgate, Michigan Avenue in Chicago. In addition, the judge purchased in Chicago on 8/13 a pair of $950 Chanel shoes. Those shoes, sure they were returned in Somerset that day. Not for cash, they were returned in exchange for another pair of $950 Chanel shoes. They were exchanged for the cash and exchanged for another pair of almost $1,000.
They say he didn't pay his rent. He bought some Nikes, nigga, Air Jordans.
He did pay some rent, absolutely, but he went on a shopping spree.
He went on a shopping spree, Your Honor.
That's what he did after the crime. He was being tracked in Southfield. He was at his friend's house playing basketball, playing games.
He's at his friend's house playing video basketball.
The facts of this case, again, does have some sympathetic.
He wasn't paying no rent.
But he did have the fact shows why he wanted this money. What shot?
We got receipts. The landlord still waiting on it.
Recommendation and posted the appropriate sentence. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Randolph, anything you want to say?
Yeah, don't give him no break, Your Honor. That nigga didn't pay no rent.
First, I'd like to apologize to the court, family attorneys, and this other 5 prisoners. I know what I did was wrong, and I take full responsibility for what I have done, and realize it's not only affecting me, it affected my daughter, girlfriend, and family. I made a mistake and allowed stress to take over my mind, making me overlook critical stuff. I believe if I would lay my problems out like a stress disorder and thought of different angles to come at the situation, I would have been able to see the whole situation in my head. But I panicked and allowed stress to begin thinking before acting. I'm totally sorry.
Why these young fellas want to flex and put all this money in motherfuckers' face and end up going to jail or getting robbed? What's the point of flexing, man? Just pay your rent and whatever, nigga. If you wouldn't have went on the shopping spree, they wouldn't even have found your ass.
All I wanted was for my daughter to get her treatments. And even though what I did was wrong, they immediately got her insurance cut back from her. I had took for all of this for the state trying to earn showing back on. All I want to do is be there for my daughter. It's an obstacle in her life. But it seems like people want to profile me and try to make me seem like I'm a bad person, who just go out and rob banks just because. Like, how could any human being sit and say my daughter didn't benefit from my offense when her insurance was reinstated about a week later after an incident? How could anybody have so much hatred for the guy? If they would say I used my daughter's illness as an excuse to commit my offense. Yes, I used some of the money for personal things but was later returned. Because I knew everything I did was wrong. And I just wanted to return the money, but it was too late. And the day I was going to take the money to the hospital, I was stopped and arrested. I never did none of this for personal use. I just wanted to help my daughter because if I didn't, I feel like I would have failed as a dad. I'm sorry for everything I've caused and ask for forgiveness.
Oh, you seen that money wasn't worth all that time. Can't buy that time back. Now you're gonna be away from your daughter. Damn, man. This gambling shit ain't paying off. And all this second thought shit ain't either. Changing your mind after you in jail. That shit ain't working.
And then blaming DHS and everybody else.
Uh-oh.
And then telling the media, oh, I did it to save my daughter. But you're in Chicago going on a shopping spree. And then you stand there in front of me, you send me all these letters, and you tell me what a wonderful guy you're not. You're not, you're a bank robber. The way you should have dealt with your daughter was by doing everything you could with DHS or with whoever it was, the right way.
Yeah, got you that job, nigga. You didn't want to go to work. Now I ain't crying. What kind of shit is that? He wants 27 months, y'all. Should you give it to him? Y'all gonna give it to him? Oh no, we can't have no motherfucking fans in there crying that shit. That ain't working. What was y'all at when this nigga was out there robbing banks? I know y'all told that nigga don't do it. I know he confided in somebody before he did that. He didn't just wake up robbing a bank and shit. And then he bought his girlfriend a pair of $900 shoes and him a pair of $900 shoes. And took that shit back as he seen his face on the news, on the fucking news. What kind of shit is that? I'm taking these back. Why? Because they coming to get it and I'm just going to give them their money back and they going to let me go. Oh, hell no, nigga. Even if you give them the money back, they ain't going to let you go, so what you give them the money back for? This is all stupid. You're going to turn your ass into a slave and you giving the money back.
Following your line, all you have to do to get something done, you rob a bank and you commit a crime.
Because the judge don't see that shit you talking. He looking at the
credit for 208 days service. Must not enter private credit union without first obtaining written permission from the agent. A restitution amount of $4,996. Must execute a wage assignment, pay restitution to your employee. Pay a $68 state cost. Apply to legally investing to pay a $60 fee.
Honorable James Alexander.
Following your line, all you have to do to get something done, like rob a bank, you commit a crime. That's not what we do. The sentence of the court is that the Michigan Department of Corrections for a period of 45 months and 25 years with credit for 208 days service. Must not enter private credit union without first obtaining written permission from the agent. A restitution amount of $4,996. Must execute a wage assignment, pay restitution to your employee. Pay a $68 state cost. Apply to legally investing to pay a $60 fee. Pay a project of assessment.
Damn, that nigga ended up paying them more than he stole. What kind of shit is this shit, y'all? They gave him 45 months. 25 years. Which one? I think they gave him 45 months. That ain't bad for a bank robbery, is it? I think he's gonna do federal time. And I hope they didn't say 25 years, because I'll be in trouble. There you go, 45 months. That ain't bad, man. You already got in 20 something. Right? So you're gonna get 20 more. You ain't going home yet, buddy. You gotta think about this. You gotta simmer. Hey man, y'all need to stop tripping, man. Y'all need to have a heart, man. Man don't understand, man, what he did. And he did it because he was trying to save his daughter, man. You know, get a man a
New
break.
developments tonight in the heartbreaking story of a father accused of robbing a bank.
Yeah.
Loved ones say he
My
did
hero.
to pay for his daughter's chemo treatment.
Gotta pay for my
He was
daughter
in court
chemo.
today, and 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash was there in Nova.
F the pandemic.
According to his attorney, Brian Randolph is depressed and doesn't fully understand.
Not at all.
He doesn't understand the position. He's just
Not at all. Motherfucker, my daughter having problems. I gotta pay for this shit. Who gonna
Brian
pay
Randolph
for
is
it?
a 23-year-old
I spent
father
my
who may
stimulus
not get a
check, I
chance to see
guess.
his daughter Braylon grow up. The same daughter his loved ones say he was trying to save when he allegedly robbed the South Lyon Vibe Credit Union earlier this month. Randolph's family says they believe the only reason he did it was to pay for Braylon's chemo treatments after
how
her
much you
insurance
get?
was abruptly canceled.
All right.
The 1-year-old is dealing with retinoblastoma,
I
a
believe
form
you.
of eye cancer.
Only thing he's worried about is providing the care that he needs for his child.
Alrighty.
Randolph's bond is $500,000. His attorney tried to get it reduced, but the judge said no.
More than
Prosecutors
he
argued
got.
there were bench warrants out for Randolph's arrest stemming from traffic violations. They say he also has misdemeanor convictions.
Okay.
They're minor incidents. One he had was a minor in possession of
Yeah, but he
alcohol.
black, and that ain't a minor incident.
Braylon's family set up this GoFundMe page last year soon after her diagnosis.
Oh,
Just
well.
today, Braylon's mom wrote this post saying in part,
If
as
they
the
got
world
3
knows, my
Gs.
daughter's father is in jail for bank robbery. To some of the world, he is a monster, but to us, he is a father who wanted to protect his daughter.
My hero.
He did interview for jobs, called the state worker for the insurance, nothing. He went out alone, not telling anyone, and unarmed robbed a bank.
Oh, he said, okay, they ain't gonna give me no job.
Can't-
Well,
nobody
shit, they ain't gonna let me be a man. They gonna treat me like a child. Then I'm gonna show them I'm a man.
Some leniency.
Police
do
say
my
Randolph
time.
indicated he had a gun but never showed one. He's expected back in court in 1 week. As for little Braylon, loved ones say she has a doctor's appointment next week and will need more chemo within the month.
He doesn't understand what he
So
did.
they might get
to help his
25.
daughter was wrong. I mean, he just
Shit.
thought that he was trying to.
Somebody ain't
assist
gonna
his
grow
daughter's
up.
life.
One day at a time. He's in God's hand right now.
45
In
months
Novi,
ain't that
Anu
long.
Prakash, 7 Action News.
And Braylon's mom telling us this afternoon that she finally got a call back from the insurance company. She was told the insurance was canceled because she didn't renew that policy once Braylon turned 1. Braylon's
Ain't
mom
that a
claims
bitch.
she wasn't notified that was necessary, and she tells us she's still trying to get that coverage back.
Whoa, I told you the problem was,
Get in and buckle up. This could be a
black,
very
you
fast
ain't
ride
getting
to the
nothing
top.
back. If you black, you ain't getting nothing
My
back.
name's-
Let me get this straight. This man robbed a credit union of $8,000 so he could pay for his daughter's chemotherapy, and he went on a shopping spree, and she didn't see none of it till the police start calling his ass talking about where the money at. Oh, hell no, bartender. Now he apologizing?
I didn't think about the consequences. All I could think about was my daughter.
Uh-oh, that ain't working.
Next, we're in Pontiac, Michigan, for the sentencing of Brian Randolph. 7 months earlier, the 23-year-old was caught on this security camera as he entered a credit union. Inside, he handed the teller a note demanding money, claiming he had a concealed shotgun, and ended up walking out with $8 grand in cash. But this wasn't a typical holdup. When Randolph was arrested 2 days later, he claimed he stole the money to pay for chemotherapy treatments, costing thousands of dollars for his 1-year-old daughters.
$8,000 is all he got, and his bail is $500,000. Now, that don't add up.
Suffers from cancer. Investigators discovered he was telling the truth. Some of the money from the robbery was used to get his daughter's insurance reinstated. Might sound like a Robin Hood story, but the prosecution wasn't buying it.
Did go on a shopping spree. When he was arrested in his car, There's a receipt inside a Gucci bag from 8/13, day after the robbery. Purchase a T-shirt for $190, a pair of slippers for $160.
Now, before the judge hands down his sentence, Brian Randolph speaks for himself.
Messed up the damn story.
First, I'd like to apologize to the court. All I wanted was for my daughter to get her treatment.
Gucci. Nigga, you shouldn't have got no Gucci. You should have went to put it all in your daughter's front.
That was gonna hurt anyone. I'm not a bad person at all.
Despite his apology, Judge James Alexander appears unmoved.
You know, every day in this country, somebody has a tragedy. But very, 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 very few people decide the way they deal with that tragedy by going to rob a bank. And then tell the media, oh, I did it to save my daughter. While you're running to Chicago and going on a shopping spree. And now you stand here in front of me and you tell me what a wonderful guy you are. You're not, you're a bank robber.
Judge Alexander hands down the maximum allowable sentence, 45 months to 25 years in prison for robbery. Brian Randolph served the minimum, 3 years and 9 month sentence before being paroled.
Thanks for being a fan of court.
And now we got to put the love of money instead of the love of God. Shit, man. No wonder they went down. The wicked went down.
Lois Nadine Smith.
Lois.
Nicknamed Mean Nadine. 61-year-old Lois Smith was executed on 4 December.
Mean Nadine. Nigga, do it, Meanie. That's right. You motherfucking unbelievers out here.
Lois Nadine Smith. Nicknamed Mean Nadine. 61-year-old Lois Smith was executed on 4 December 2001 for killing Cindy Bailey, the ex-girlfriend of her son, Greg Smith. The mother and son are said to have collected